For many seeking the entrepreneurial life, it starts with the mundane life of doing a job, corporate or not. And then somehow things take a turn. Julian's life sounds like was no exception.
Well, for me, I always loved meeting interesting people, understanding their best practices, to see how I could incorporate that into my own life. So I figured, why not just capture these conversations and share them with other people to see if they'd also benefit from them? So in March of 2016, I started the Pathways to Success podcast, where I interview various leaders about their journeys to success. Fast forward to present day, I've produced 160 episodes, have a regular listening audience from 12 countries, generated more than 70,000 downloads, and achieved a perfect 5-star rating in iTunes.
So you get laid off from Robert Half, and then what? How was Pathways to Success born?
Yeah, so at Robert Half, I was super grateful. I went from this whole odyssey of not being able to find a job to building a career out of helping other people find jobs. So I found a tremendous amount of meaning in the work that I was doing. So I was kind of like one of the young hotshot top performers, right? And I actually got promoted 3 different times in the span of 2 years. And if you know anything about that industry, that's pretty rare to do because it's super competitive, right? So around 2008, though, there was a lot of things happening in the economy, especially this entire financial crisis. And when your job is dependent on the local economy hiring, and it's not hiring, well, your job goes away too. So I was actually laid off from Robert Half October of 2002. So I learned all the skills of how the professionals go about helping people find jobs and implemented that myself. And in 2 weeks, I landed a job at Kforce where I was doing a full desk of recruitment and sales for another technology staffing company. And that I was there for 2 more years. And then I moved into the corporate side. So instead of being kind of a freelancer for other companies, I now worked in-house and solely recruited for that company. And for the last 7 years of my corporate career, I oversaw talent acquisition for Bottle Rocket Studios, one of the premier mobile development firms in the world. And having had that experience, especially because this company really promoted this idea of doing something that you love, it really unlocked a lot of my interests and passions, which really did lead to me forming my company and ultimately exiting and starting my own business.
Are you interested in exploring the beliefs of those who live beyond the ordinary? Whether it's spirituality or money, or you're simply just curious about ego, destiny, or passion? Listen to the idea, philosophy, and journey of changemakers and much more. Join me on my exploration on BlueSkyTalk.org.